So hey, this is my first video, but it's really not. I'd be lying if I told you this is my first video because I'm constantly like changing what I want to do. I'm constantly changing when I want to do something. So honestly, this is probably like my 15th YouTube video I made, but just never posted. But this one I'm gonna post because I need to lock in. I need to do things I need to do. And I need to stop pacing. I need to stop pacing around because I don't want you to see my whole house, but I need to do the things I need to do. And I need to get started with it now. Like, I might as well just start with it now. So, I'll just tell you how my day was. That'll be the first video. I will tell you how my days. You know what? Maybe I'll even do the whole week. Let me slow my talking down a little bit because I don't need to rush. So right now I'm just doing the trash because it's trash day. Nobody's home yet. It's just me. It'll be like that for an hour. I'm gonna spend that time just doing some work, catching up on things I need to catch up on. And I'm definitely gonna read my book today. I got a little new cute book. It's pretty good. I'm gonna read that today. And I need to do SAT practice. I don't wanna do that, but in order to do dual enrollment, I have to have 1,300 on the PSAT. And I only took that once, and I got a 1,000 something, nowhere near what I was supposed to get. So I really gotta lock in with that, but I'm gonna do that right now. So I'm gonna cut this here, but we finna come back because I'm gonna edit this on Video Star. Yeah, Video Star. I'm gonna edit it on Video Star. And yeah, but that was the first little couple minutes. I'm probably you know what? Let's just sit down and do a day recap right now. I'll cut this out. Wow, that was a gamble. I didn't know which one to press. But basically, something I've been realizing recently as I'm going through life and like, getting older, I realize I'm like constantly changing like my personality. Like not my personality, like I'm always the same, but like I'm constantly changing what I like, how I like doing it, and like how I present myself. So it's been a month since I recorded my last like section of this video. And first it was gonna be a vlog, and then I had like a really bad error, and then it was gonna be why you shouldn't focus on people too hard over yourself. And then now I figured out what I'm gonna name it. Don't let anything or anyone fit you into a box. So basically, this past month for me has been it's been really bad. And I feel like what really equates to that is putting other people ahead of you and putting people who don't need to be ahead of you because no one's better than anybody else. I feel like that's something that I've had to think about my whole life, is that nobody is better than anybody else. Like seriously, we all have our own strengths, we all have our own weaknesses, and someone might be better at something than you, but not only that, like that everybody's equal in that, but also the fact that none of it matters, because if it's not helping you live your life, then why are you pursuing it? Why are you chasing it? So that's a lesson that I learned for sure this month. A lot of, honestly, just recently it's been just straight lessons. It's been nothing to do with just living. And I feel like recently I have not been living. I've just been going to sleep and waking up and going to sleep and waking up and going to sleep and waking up. But if you can't tell, I'm stressed. Like you see like my face, like I look stressed. I don't know if you can tell like the bags in my eyes. And I'm tired. I don't even know why I'm tired. I get like 8 hours of sleep, 7 hours of sleep, 6 hours of sleep every single day. But yeah. And also, don't let anybody tell you how to feel about anything, because nobody is living your own life. Nobody's living your own unique life. So why listen to anybody else in terms of what you should and shouldn't do in your own personal doings? And it's different if people are close to you and you're learning things from them and taking things from them, but nothing should ever be taken as rules. It should never be a rule. It shouldn't be a rule for you to do this, for you to do that. It should be just taken as advice. And I feel like that's something that I messed up a lot on and something that I'm trying to get better at. But yeah, and honestly, like I feel like recently so much has been happening in my life where it's like I'm listening to what people are telling me and not what I'm telling myself. And I feel like that's a big issue around social media, like just how it is and the fact that we develop such online relationships and connections and falsehoods of what we think real life is. So when we actually experience it, it's like, what the fuck, this is not. Boom, it's not like, it's not working. So that's a really important thing, that you can't let what anybody says move you anywhere. Because if you're very like, in my emotions, I'm very like stiff. You could say I'm not stiff, like I'm constantly like moving and moving and moving. Obviously, as you see, like the video had like 5 different names, and now it's the final name. Now I have a new, like, I don't know, I'm just always changing it. But I'm very like slow to process these things. And I feel like one thing I always hear people say is like, let it go, or like move on from it. But we need to process these things. Like, not all of us can just let it go and move on from it. And you have to respect and allow yourself the time to move on from something. Because just because someone who has never experienced what you're going through, or doesn't live your life, or doesn't know what you go through, tells you need to move on, doesn't mean you need to move on. It means you need to process it and understand it and pass through it in the way that you feel like you need to, not the way that someone else tells you. And if someone's telling you, you have to do this, you need to do this, what do you need to do and want to do? Because if it's something that you're stuck on, it's probably a clear sign that you need to work it out with yourself, and you don't need to get off of it. And I feel like so many people will tell you to get off of it or to stop doing something. And it's really difficult to just stick with yourself, especially when you have a lot of people in your life. Like, I have a lot of people in my life, specifically friends and people I talk to a lot of people. And I realized, like, I let all of them influence me to the point where it's like, I'm like fighting myself on what I should do from all the amazing ideas I hear and all the amazing ideas I think and what I actually need to do. And I feel like that's the most important thing to understand in life, is that the source of everything is coming from you, not at you. Life isn't coming at you, it's coming from you. And if life is coming from you, that means your life and your path is coming from you. It's not coming from what other people say to or tell you. And people giving you advice even is different, because some people can tell you something and it's like, oh, like, you're so right, and you do it and you're like, shit, you're wrong. And some people can tell you something and you do it and you're like, wow, like, you're right. It's really all dependent on feeling it out and how everything feels. And I feel like if you just took a second to feel everything out and to understand how you actually felt, it's easier to find discernment in the things you need to follow through and go through with. But that's basically the end of the video. I don't know if this part made sense at all, but if it did, I hope it did. And that's pretty much it. And send prayers, please, because, yeah, we're Gucci. All right, goodbye, YouTube, tube.